with no fees required. And with as soon as the same day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debt play. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt play.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Make plans for Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday. You won't want to miss it. Get ready for an epic night of free live music featuring 80s rock favorites Cherry Pie. Gates open at 6. Live music starts at 7. Wednesday with Cherry Pie.
Homer here for Window Nation. If your air conditioner never seems to turn off, worn-out windows could be the culprit. Broken seals and old frames let your cool air escape, and with summer just getting started, it's only going to get hotter. Upgrade your home's windows now during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale. Imagine replacing all your windows and getting half of them free. Plus, you could even get them with no money down and no monthly payment or interest for 2 years. And as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, book a consultation and ask how you could score a pair of Brewers tickets. Built with top-quality materials, insulated glass, and precision seals, Window Nation's windows fit perfectly and lock in the air. Upgrade today, and your home will stay cooler this summer and warmer when winter comes. Your home stays comfortable year-round, and you could even see lower energy bills the first month. Don't wait to put an end to your window problem. Save big with Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale going on now. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com. Window Nation, proud partner of Wounded Warrior Project.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Make plans for Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday. You won't want to miss it. Get ready for an epic night of free live music featuring 80s rock favorites Cherry Pie. Gates open at 6. Live music starts at 7. Wednesday with Cherry Pie.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
So I feel like we are running out of words, superlatives, adjectives, ways to describe just how amazing Jacob Mizorowski is for your Milwaukee Brewers. I know y'all see it on social media. I know you see those graphics that somebody keeps making, and it's just Miz's face over and over and over and over again. And it varies, right? They put new titles on it. Like this past weekend, I saw it was like fastest pitches ever thrown at Coors Field, and it was Miz, right? And that people, again, you reinvent it. It's like the 40 fastest pitches thrown in 2026. Miz. Like we've got to come up with another word, another adjective, some other way to describe what the Miz is doing this season, because the best I can come up with, Gabe, is otherworldly. This is otherworldly. We have not seen this. The modern era of baseball has not seen the likes of Jacob Mizorowski, and I, for one, get giddy every time I'm scrolling through social media or I'm watching a game and Jacob Mizorowski is doing Miz things.
So my favorite one, because one of my favorite things is after a Miz start. So usually I might do this like the night of, but because they're out in Colorado, it's kind of a late Saturday night. So I did this Sunday morning. where you see all of the different social media posts describing how great Miz has been, and this one's my favorite. Jacob Mizorowski of the Brewers has a .20 ERA over his last 7 starts, 1 earned run in 45 and a third innings pitched. That's the lowest ERA by any MLB pitcher over a 7-start span, minimum 30 innings pitched, since Bob Gibson from June 6th to July 6th, 1968. And the reason why that's significant, Jen, is because Bob Gibson was so good in 1968. Major League Baseball decided, that guy's too good. We have to lower the height of the mound. So the last time somebody was as good as Jacob Mizorowski has been over his last 7 starts, baseball changed the rules. That's outrageous. Outrageous that this guy has been able to do that for the Brewers and then did it, of all places, as you mentioned, Coors Field, where you can get lit up, and he absolutely did not. Now, it was a rough start for him. Had to weed in and out of some trouble, but he was able to get in out of that trouble, and he still found a way to still be efficient, throw under 100 pitches in 7 innings.
This is the proper way to gush. This is how you gush. Okay?
Oh, wait.
We're getting gush lessons.
We're doing it. Wait, are you saying we're doing it right, or you're about to tell us how to do
correct.
it right?
This is how you gush. This is the proper way to gush. Not this. Not this. This is not the proper way to gush.
Okay.
Packers rookie Danny Dennis Sutton is emerging as a surprise pass rushing answer. The guy hasn't even been in pads, hasn't even played a snap yet. Jason tells us that these OTAs are a joke. It's a walkthrough. That is not the proper way to gush. Let's wait until, and you don't even have to get into Miz territory. It's on a scale. But you know what? I take the cap off of gushing when it comes to Miz.
So it's allowed.
That's all you want. Because the guy deserves it.
We've been given permission.
Great.
By the Gush Master.
Yes.
Anti-Gush Master, I suppose.
Because I was going to follow his rules when it comes to gushing. If he told me I was gushing about Miz wrong, then I would telling him he's gushing wrong.
See, Gabe sat there all weekend long and was like, you know what? Chewy was right. He's the hottest thing in Wisconsin right now. I wish I said it, but I didn't.
No.
Well, he did say it. I think you did say the Miz.
No, I said Jordan Love.
Yeah, Jordan.
I said
this
Miz.
is football. Got it.
This is still a football state.
Yeah, and I said Giannis because as we tick our way to the trade deadline, it does seem more and more apparent that Giannis is going to be traded and going to another team in the NBA. But I digress. Let's get back to the Miz. I've never seen anything like this before. Gabe, you're a huge baseball fan. Have you ever seen anything like this before? See, that's the thing. People say that all the time, right? Like, you'll be like, we've never seen the likes of this. We've never seen anything like this before. But literally, as you just mentioned, the Bob Gibson comp, we have never seen anything like this before. And I never know. I think that these are updated, so stay with me here. But ERA 1.51, I believe that's correct. He is first in strikeouts at 116 through 60 games. How many starts is that for the Miz
I think he's
this
got
year?
13.
Batting average against is 150. Strikeout percentage 38.4. I mean, it is.
You stand up there against the Miz, you're going to strike out 2 out of every 5 times.
Well, and I think one of the things that people have been, that has gone viral this weekend is the video of him shaking off essentially the 2-time back-to-back National League Manager of the Year in Pat Murphy. Joshy, give it to us.
Look at Miz. He is telling the dugout, no. Miz wants to stay in this game. Oh, yeah. You got it? Okay. This is great. 2. Strike 3 called. Got him! Mizorowski strikes out 3 in the 7th inning. He finishes with 8. And a brilliant performance from Miz in Denver.
All right, so for those who were not watching on the YouTube stream, which I highly encourage you every morning that you're able to follow us on the YouTube stream, ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee, rather. The Miz is on the mound. There are runners on the corners. He's at 91 pitches, and I believe this is the 4th time. I think he's the 4th time through the lineup, right? And we all know, we follow baseball, you get it. After the hitters see your stuff, even if you are Jacob Mizorowski, you worry that maybe they're going to get a piece of you. Obviously, there were guys on already, so they were having a little bit more luck than usual against him. And Murph wants to take him out. Murph is like, that's enough. You've done a good job. You handled your business. Let's get you out of there. Let's get to our bullpen. They can handle the rest of this. And Miz stands up there like a kid who doesn't want to go to bed, right? You're telling him, it's 8 o'clock, time to go to bed. And the kid stands there and goes, no, I'm not doing it. And then you see Murph go, you can see the wheels turning in Murph's head, guys. He's like, what do I do here? Kid doesn't want to come out. Kid wants to stay in. He thinks he can do it. And sure enough, they lets him stay in, and he gets the out, and it was another one of those where were you when moments for Jacob Misiorowski and the Brewers.
Yeah, because you only get to do that once if it goes south. Right? So that's a ballsy thing to do for Miz, but again, to have that confidence in himself and then to have the ability to go out and execute, just to bear down. Again, you're at Coors Field, and nobody is ever going to have their best stuff at Coors. You're pitching at elevation. It's just a little bit different. But then to bear down and get the last two guys by striking them out, like that's what makes it cool. You do that and you give up a hit, that looks bad. Yep. But again, it's the risk of doing it. You do it, you do that, it looks awesome, it looks cool. And for Murph, I'm sure he's using it as a learning moment. All right, let's see what this kid's made of. Again, if it doesn't work out, it's one game, you figure it out, and it's a learning lesson.
But to have that power at 22, that's the crazy
24? 24.
Yeah.
24? I mean, that's something a 28-year-old would do.
Sure.
But a guy that hasn't even played has he played a full season yet in
his 1 year anniversary is on Friday when he is starting against the Phillies.
We're having a party. We're throwing a party.
He's starting against the Phillies that day.
But I don't blame him because he lost a couple games this year that he shouldn't have, and he is probably like, I don't want these runs on my watch. They ain't getting it.
If they're going to score, it's going to score because of me.
Yes. Yeah. So, kid's got balls.
Yeah.
Great.
And look, it's like anything else, guys. You need that experience. You need to get that under your belt to know that you can do it because the stakes are going to be higher in the postseason. This kid is going to make some postseason starts, barring injury, knocking on wood over here, doing all the things.
Is this wood?
Composite? I don't know.
There's wood byproduct in
it. Did he? Who won the pitcher of the month?
Christopher Sanchez did, yeah.
He did?
Which, by the way, you're going to get to watch the Phillies and Sanchez this weekend at they're at AmFam, right?
Yeah.
They're back home at AmFam.
Back home at AmFam on Friday.
So that feels like a really good opportunity, guys, to make sure that you are out at the ballpark. The numbers have been fantastic, by the way. We're seeing already attendance
it's over 1 million
for the Brewers, and we're not even halfway through the season. We're not even at the Midsummer Classic, so that's amazing as well. Is this the best Brewers team ever? Now, that feels hyperbolic, right? We're sitting here talking about the Miz, and we're talking about don't exaggerate, and we're saying, no. We really have never seen anything like this before in all our years watching baseball. But when you start stacking up what Jacob Misiorowski is doing, what Harrison is doing, what Churio is doing, and you go down the line because it feels like everybody is having – I mean, hell, did Vaughn have a triple over the weekend?
He did. Now, I mean, the guy had to dive and have it go past him in order for our bald-headed friend to make the way around second into third base. So there are some extenuating circumstances. But, yeah, Andrew Vaughn did have a triple at Coors Field.
Murphy did say he'll never get one again. I did see that over the weekend. They felt pretty confident about that. But is this the best Brewers team that you've watched?
Well,
yeah, because I wasn't alive in '82.
Yeah.
Chewy goes.
But that, you know what, 82, that's probably like comparing our 96 team to it's Super Bowl I.
It's the only team that went to that's the only team that went to a World Series. Like, that's what you're chasing. You've never been to a World Series. And you can have all the regular season success that you want because we've seen in this era of Brewers baseball, in this run that they've been on that started in 2018, they tied the franchise record for wins with 96 in 1 year. Last year, they set the franchise regular season win record with 97. But ultimately, it's the same thing with anything at this point. Regular season success is great. It's fun. I'm not telling you not to enjoy it, but in order to be considered the greatest team of all time, you got to do things that the other teams that above you have done.
I think it's worth putting into context. As great and miraculous as, this 8-year run has been for the Milwaukee Brewers and the achievement and the things we've never seen before, well, this team is doing stuff we haven't even seen. And they won 97 games last year. Right. This is the quickest team to 40 wins in the history of the franchise.
They're on a 102-win pace right now.
I think I saw 103, but either way, it's over 100. 40 and 23 at this point, 103 win pace according to the old internet.
It's hard to fathom that what we saw last year, the win streak and all that, there is more to be gotten out of this team and what they have. And obviously, Mizorowski and Harrison are massive portions of it. But Bryce Strang's like a top 12 hitter in all the MLB right now based on the advanced metrics.
I'd say top 10.
Yeah, I think I might have included some pitchers in there. But like there's still so many highs to be had. And people that are still not fully like Churio, we saw a little something from. I did see Murph also said, "Hey, you're going to get a hit today." From
first three pitches he saw, single, double.
First pitch, yeah. Another kid who's like, "Watch this, Skip."
Right, like his power numbers haven't been there. Now, granted, it was a hand injury, and those things usually take a little time, even as you come back. Like we still haven't seen the best of Bryce Strang or Jackson Churio or hell Andrew Vaughn. Like, there's a lot. Also, David Hamilton's just really good now.
Well, so that was a Murph thing, too, man. Like, Murph said that he thought that there was a huge leap that Hamilton could make.
I thought he was blowing smoke, I'm going to be honest. I thought he was blowing smoke right up my rear.
So, but Murph isn't a blowing smoke right up, he's not that type of guy. Like, if Murph is saying something, I don't think he says stuff just to say it.
Wait, I didn't say Jake Bauers either. What the hell is this? He's 30.
Yeah.
You guys just don't become really good at their 30s? That's not how baseball works.
Right, and that's what I was saying is it's, again, as much as the Miz kind of sucks the oxygen, which he should, it's all well-deserved, you've got guys at every turn who are doing incredible things, who are carrying their end of the donkey. So let's talk about the teams, because you got 82. You got 2025, right? They set the franchise record last year with 97 wins.
Yeah.
You got this year. I mean, that feels like top 3 easy. If you want to extend it out to top 5, maybe you go 2011.
Nah, I'd go
2018.
82, 18, 24. Like, I just can't. We got to see how the rest of this plays out. Like, I'm not saying, again, we're not even halfway through the season. It's a great stretch, but I can't say that this is like a top 5 team of all time when we're not even halfway through the season.
I think what's happening, though, is because we have seen these flashes of brilliance and because they have been able to maintain the level of brilliance, the elite baseball, offensively and defensively, that's where we're going, oh, boy. Oh, boy. This team, as special as last year was, and, everybody wants to talk about getting swept by the Dodgers. Fine. But as special as last year was, things are clicking in a way this year that makes it feel like a foregone conclusion that they could surpass what they did last year. And I hear what you're saying, Gabe, about like the 82 team goes to the World Series, so they have to at least get to the World Series in order to have that conversation. But if they keep putting up record numbers, could you make a case that even if they fall short of the World Series, this season with the way they're doing it could contend with the 82 team?
No. 2011 was pretty good, right, for the Green Bay Packers. They went 15-1. Set a lot of records, offensive records. Aaron Rodgers, the MVP. Is 2011 one of the greatest Packers teams of all time?
No.
What about in the context of set the franchise record of wins?
Sure.
Miz wins the Cy Young.
Sure.
And then you lose in 7 to the Los Angeles Dodgers because there is no comp for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, again, it all depends upon how the postseason plays out. And again, right now, the weird part is, as great as the season is going right now they would be the 3 seed. Right now, the Brewers would have to play in the 3-game wild card.
But I'm saying, as you push this through your perspective, guys, are you willing to say, like Joshy just did, maybe you just run up against a buzzsaw? Maybe you just run up against a team that spends all the money and has, the Avengers, essentially, out there on the diamond, and it doesn't take away from how good this Brewers team was because they have a team like that in the National League. I don't know. Like, again, we got time to debate this. It's definitely something. But if they keep working at this clip and they go over 100 wins this year, and to your point, you got guys who are, silver sluggers, and you got guys who are winning national awards, and Murphy is the manager of the year again. I don't know. I might be able to make a case that the team is better even if they don't get to the World Series. 800-990-3776. Is this the best Brewers team you've ever seen? Because, again, maybe you didn't even get to see 82. Go ahead, Chew.
Didn't the Bucks set the wins in the regular season?
I believe their franchise record might have been that 19 year when they went up 2-0 and then lost the next 4 to the Raptors. That might have been the single season.
We can't say that they're top 5 best Bucks. Regular season is what it is.
That's still probably a top 5 best Bucks team, too.
Probably top.
That says more about the Bucks' history than anything else, but
But it's still what you do in the playoffs.
Yeah, like that team was better in the regular season and doesn't hold a candle to what happened in 21.
Yeah.
Doesn't
why is Skubal off the market?
I think it's more of a, hey, we're not going to trade him.
Driving up the price?
Yeah, we're not going to trade him. What do you kind of like the Browns were saying they weren't going to trade Myles Garrett, too.
Also, it might sound...
That didn't happen, did it?
It might sound crazy, but the Tigers, as bad as the division they're in is, are still technically in it.
Well, maybe that's why.
I think they're... I mean, there's a lot of time to
The
go
American
before.
League
Yeah.
as a whole, not even just the AL Central, the American League as a whole,
Yeah.
pretty stinky.
We saw it last year. Who was the team that looked dead and then ended up making, was it whoever?
Cleveland.
Yeah. There's a lot of time left, and when your competition is that poor around you and you're playing all the teams in the MLB and not just your division like you used to, you have a chance. Now, I don't think the Tigers will, and they'll end up trading him, but it's negotiation / hey, we're technically still in this.
They're 5.5 games out of a wild card spot.
Yeah. Right, that's a few weeks of Skubal being back.
Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. It's still a lot of stuff to get to on this Monday morning.
Forgot what day it was?
No. Josh, you jumped in my ear.
Oh.
It's a Great Midwest Bank Mortgage Monday on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. If you're buying a home, you can apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender.
Hey, guys, remember the way you felt when you were 25? Your early morning workouts? A breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before that first cup of coffee. Now fast forward to today. Do you feel like you're losing that edge? Might not be your age. Could be low testosterone. And that's where Mentality comes in. They start with a comprehensive 100-point blood panel to help get to the bottom of what's really going on. Then they build a personalized treatment plan using testosterone replacement therapy and targeted peptide therapy to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. In fact, 94% of men, and I'm among that 94%, report renewed energy and focus within 60 days. And just so you know, it's not some new, trendy, off-the-shelf solution of the month. I've been using Mentality for years because Mentality is all about real medicine. And while they can't actually make you 25 again, they can get you back to feeling like the guy you used to be. Schedule your appointment with Mentality today. LowTUSA.com. Reach out to Mentality at LowTUSA.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Yeah, westbound on 894, right at 60th Street. The two left lanes still blocked with a crash. Big delay stretching all the way back into the Mitchell interchange, so give yourself tons of time there. On eastbound 894, we're seeing big delays starting from before 84th Street all the way to the accident scene. Other than that, we've got delays westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backed up coming out of the stadium interchange towards 35th. And southbound 41, heavy from Good Hope Road down to Capitol, northbound just past Burleigh, and then just a little bit heading into the Appleton Avenue area. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner, dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, rain likely, heavy at times, a high of 78. Tonight, we have a chance of storms with a low of 63. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Mark Reinhardt is IT manager at ACS Group. Mark, your company has had business technology from James Imaging Systems for years. Right out of the blocks, would you recommend James to others?
Yes, I've had nothing but a great experience with James Imaging Systems, and I would definitely want to share that with others.
A great experience in what way?
I think it's just a personal touch. They actually listen to our needs, walking our business, and finding out what solutions we need to do our job better.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation, adding up to more bang for your business technology dollar.
Yeah, we are absolutely getting a return on investment on the dollars we're spending with James Imaging Systems.
Mark, safe to say ACS Group is happy?
Very happy with James Imaging Systems. People are smiling.
Put a smile on your face with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big guy's just getting soft on us.
Old age is getting to him.
Go
Thought he'd
back.
be harder than this, a little tougher.
Yeah, we want winners.
I want people who want to win.
Shut your pie holes.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Brewers sweep the Rockies over the weekend, winning in dramatic fashion on Sunday. They have now reached 40 wins faster than any team in franchise history. Their record 40-23. And the numbers that we're seeing since April 26 are also eye-popping. I just had the tweet here a few moments ago. 27-10 since April 26. They've only lost one series in that time frame. And Chewy said we were doing proper gush when it came to Jacob Mizorowski. I do wonder if he thinks we might be over-gushing about the team right now, because we are asking our loyal listeners this morning, is this the best Brewers team ever? And we obviously understand that the 82 team went to the World Series. But I do think that there were other circumstances surrounding 82. I also believe the game has gotten more difficult, but we'll get into that as the conversation rolls on. Let's go out to the phone lines. Jason in Hales Corners, waiting patiently on the line. You're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. Is this the best Brewers team ever, Jason?
As of right now, I think they are. I think they're going to get to the World Series this year. I'm a very confident person in that. I was alive when the 82 Brewers went to the series, and, you know, your greatness is defined by your championships. And unfortunately, they didn't win that. I remember my grandpa throwing a Triscuit box halfway across the kitchen because they lost.
Triscuits!
But the funny thing is, well, not funny, but I'm just going to say this one last thing and let you guys go because I know you have other callers, and that is Chewy would always, you know, I know Chewy, you know, playing for the Packers and everything. Our kryptonite for the Packers were the Dallas Cowboys, and once they got past them, they were able to move on and get those championships. I know that the Brewers are going to have some salt against the Dodgers, and they are going to beat them this year, and they're going to get to the World Series. Our Dodgers are our kryptonite for baseball. Thank you guys for taking my call. You guys are wonderful. I listen to you every day. Have a great day, guys.
From your lips, Jason. You know how that goes. 800-990-3776. Lots of reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and Text line as well, guys, this morning. Chef Ed says, this is the second best Brewers team I've ever seen, but I was at the World Series games in 1982. Meanwhile, Dave and Josh both weighing in with this sentiment. The 82 Brewers team had 5 Hall of Famers on it, Obviously, we all know the list. We all know the names. The problem is this team, I don't know that they have any. I mean, maybe Miz is a future Hall of Famer, but like this to me feels like, and I know we have said it's over, it's jumped the shark, whatever, but average Joes. Right? It's more of a team than having like a bunch of guys who are going to be in Cooperstown, Gabe. Does that at all change the perspective of what this team is doing currently versus what 82 did?
No, because that team was still, I mean, they had those really good guys. It's not like Yount and Molly were just carrying the team. They had a lot of other really good guys on that team, too. Ted Simmons ends up in the Hall of Fame. They make the trade in 82 to go get Don Sutton. So Sutton's one of those Hall of Famers that ends up being on that 82 team that goes to the World Series. That was just a really good team. And again, back in 82, it was harder to make the playoffs.
Less teams.
Less teams made it. 2 teams. That's it. You had to win your division. There was an American League East and American League West, and you had to win your division in order to get into the postseason. And the Brewers were able to do that, and that's how they got into the World Series. Again, the regular season stuff is great, and I feel like it's been diminished. I wish it wasn't across all sports. But the fact of the matter is the world that we live in is, okay, what do you do in the postseason? That's where we're at. So this team could do it. This team could potentially do it. Maybe they make a trade at the deadline to continue to bolster it, whether it's Skubal, whether it's a bat, whether it's a bullpen arm. I mean, we got a lot of baseball left in order to see what this team can do. We're off to a great start. I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it. But the end result is the Brewers have one team in their history that went to the World Series, and that's going to be the gold standard. That's going to be the team everybody's measured against until they do it again.
Okay, but again, I think that one of the strongest arguments that you can make for the other side of it, that this is right now the best team. And again, we're saying right now. I'm not saying over the course of 162, which again, I know matters. But what you're watching right now, is it better than what you watched over the course of the season in 1982 for those of you who were alive and experienced that in a significant way? Because I do think that the Dodgers argument matters. Right? I do think going up against a team that has been allowed to spend money the way they have, that has been allowed to acquire all of this talent, and having to go through them in order to reach that checkpoint, in order to get to that same spot that the 82 team was in, I think it matters. I just can't take away that is part of this team's journey.
But they'll have a chance to beat them. Like, they'll have a chance to get past them this postseason. They'll have the opportunity to do it. I mean, the Blue Jays had the Dodgers on the road. The Dodgers aren't some undefeated juggernaut. You can go out there and beat them. You're going to have to match them. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. But if you do that, yes, if they're able to beat the Dodgers and go to a World Series, this will end up being looked at as the best team in Brewers franchise history, regardless if they win that World Series or not.
Yeah, right now they don't have the household names because you guys don't even remember. I remember that team. I was 11. And, we used to play wiffle ball in the backyard. Remember the hard hats that you'd have?
Oh, yeah.
You'd have a ton of them, but we always had a Brewer one, whether you were Robin Yount, Paul Molitor. But like I said, you guys weren't, and you know these names: Molitor, Money, Coop, Gantner, Yount, Gorman Thomas, Don Sutton, Charlie Moore, Ted Simmons, Ben Ogilvy. You guys know all those names, So I agree with Gabe. Is getting to the World Series and losing enough?
Depends upon the path.
That they're better?
Like if they beat the Dodgers in an NLCS and go to a World Series, yeah. Because this Dodgers team is one that's been historically great.
I guess I'm not sure if I'm willing to only use the caveat of getting to the World Series to determine best. I think if we look with our eyes, what we're seeing right now, and again, Chewy, to your point, I don't remember the 82 Brewers. I don't know how good they were. I don't know what it was like to watch them on a day-to-day basis and then watch them make that postseason run. I don't. But I'm saying, are you capable of looking at the product on the field and saying, this is a better team right now than that team was, even though that team went to the World Series? Like that's
we do it for everything, Jen. Compare Rodgers to Favre. Give me the criteria. Where do we go? Well, Rodgers 4 MVPs, Brett 3. Brett went to 2 Super Bowls, lost 1. Aaron only went to 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interceptions, yards, stuff. So you kind of have to pick it. I don't know if you can just eyeball it. Is that what you're saying? Can you just eyeball it and say they're better?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if you can watch baseball and go, this is the best team this is the best Brewers team I've ever seen, even though we are not yet at the postseason, even though we can't use the caveat of they have to get to the World Series. Because there are times where the best team, right, with the eyeballs or even the metrics, plays and they lose. It doesn't mean that they weren't the best team. It just means that they lost. And again, I think that's where we're getting caught up maybe in the nuance of best team. Because, Chewy, we have drops on this show where we joke with you about, like, championships, right?
Yeah.
Craig is going, we'll just have the, what do we call it, the robot Chewy, or we'll just have the hologram Chewy talk about championships when we talk about the best ever. And I'm just wondering if right now Brewers fans who were alive for 82, who watched that team with all of those names that you mentioned, are able to say, what I'm watching right now by this version of the Milwaukee Brewers is actually better than what I watched in 82. That's sort of what I'm asking the loyal listeners this morning. 800, Gabe, the rest?
800-990-3776.
Thank you very much. It just frittered away. Just out of my brain.
Why didn't you ask Chewy?
Darren says, well, come on now.
1-800-900-3276.
Because he'd send us to Empire.
Today.
Thank you, Gabe. 2 teams in each division, and look at the Yankees, Orioles, Red Sox, and Tigers teams that they competed against. Though they were really, really good. 800-990-3776. Lots of reaction rolling in this morning as we ask you if the Brewers team you are watching today is better than the 82 Brewers team that you watched back in the day. Let us know. 800-990-3776.
Craving a pizza night? Head to your local Piggly Wiggly. Grab Screamin' Sicilian Original or Authentic Crispy Pizzas. Just 2 for $10. That's a deal worth screaming about. Loaded with more flavor, more real cheese, more premium toppings. More is amore. You know Screamin' Sicilian, the great flavor, whether you want that original crust or that thin and crispy. Just 2 for $10 right now. It's perfect for quick dinners, game nights, feeding a hungry crew. This deal only lasts through tomorrow. So today, tomorrow, you got to get to Piggly Wiggly. Take advantage. 2 for $10 on Screamin' Sicilian original or thin and crispy pizzas. Only at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We still have that accident on 894 westbound at 60th Street. The left lane is blocked with this. Big enough delays, though, stretching back through the Mitchell interchange all the way past Edgerton. We got the eastbound side slowing down out of the Hale interchange to the accident scene. Northbound 4394 slowing down around the Plainfield curve all the way up to about Oklahoma Avenue. And westbound 94 slowing down from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, rain likely, heavy at times, a high of 78. Tonight, we have a chance of storms with a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded.
We empower our people to invest in the community. We give them 40 hours of volunteer time.
We're doing it with a personal touch, with a desire to say yes to our customers.
You shouldn't have to work with a bank that sends their profits to New York City or Toronto. You can keep your money here and it benefits Wisconsin.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Summer is here, and if your home already feels warmer than it should, your windows could be working against you. Right now, buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. That's one of the biggest offers of the year. Plus, you'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing, same as cash. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months of interest-free payments, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big guys.
Somebody at the
not
DOT,
the DOT.
is being an ASS. And you can say that because it's spelling.
No, that's not how that works either.
Well, you could say it because you can say ass on the radio.
You can?
On 94.5 ESPN.
The world's biggest soccer tournament is taking over the summer, June 11th through July 19th, and you can watch every goal of the World Football Championship at Potawatomi Sportsbook. We are showcasing all USA and Mexico matches. It looks like there'll be a special Mexico versus South Africa broadcast in Spanish on June 11th in Espanol. First 100 guests are going to get a free cocktail, awesome game day drink specials, and lots of other cool stuff going on at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, including giveaways like a Potawatomi Sportsbook scarf. No reservations are necessary. There is more information available online. Bet above the rest and enjoy the football at Potawatomi Sportsbook this summer.
How do we feel about football?
Football?
Yeah.
That's what you got to say.
Do you?
It's not football. You don't say football. Everybody thinks football, and they think American football.
They were in Chicago this weekend.
They were. Did they
Watched some
lose?
of the
I think
game.
they lost.
They did, yes.
Yeah, they did. I don't think they're going to do very well.
It's because they're not very good.
No.
It's interesting how that works out, huh? Getting back to the reaction rolling in on the Carbless talk and text line this morning, 800-990-3776. I would rather not have the Brewers beat the Dodgers to go to the World Series because I don't want them to think they won the World Series just because they beat the Dodgers. They need to keep that hunger in the World Series.
I would not be concerned about that with Murph at the helm. Like Murph, and again, the Brewers have big series. They come through. Like Murph is always going to have that team focused and ready to go. Like they're not gonna lose the sight on, hey, if you beat the Dodgers, they're going to stay focused on that next opponent.
Can I just get to a bleeping World Series and not have to worry about what happens if you beat the best team in the world? Like, aren't we playing a little ahead there?
Yeah, but I mean that's the whole conversation
Welcome
here,
to
right?
the conversation.
Yeah,
Josh,
because
that's even further. I don't want to beat the Dodgers because then when we get to the World Series, which we haven't done since 1982, we would lose it because we were too excited. Like we're 40,000 steps.
But
past.
don't you think that is also a referendum on how Brewers fans are thinking right now? I'm not saying all of them, but the idea that people are actually thinking Brewers World Series, I think is incredible. And again, we talk about in sports all the time how you have to take steps to success. It is very rare for somebody to go from the cellar to the penthouse, right? From the basement to the top floor. There are steps to success. The Brewers have taken those steps. Do they need to take another step? Obviously. But Chewy, what did you think of the way that Murph handled that situation with The Miz? Because I think there are other managers out there who would have let their ego get in the way and have been like, I mentioned the metaphor to the kid who doesn't want to go to bed at bedtime and been like, you get your ass over here. But Murph, too many M's, didn't pull that.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, this is what the kid wants to do. I got to let him do it. What did you think?
I thought it's great. Back in the day, Holmgren, when you'd come off the field occasional, we'll pull you over and say, hey, what do you like? what route should I dial up for you? Are you feeling it? And that's good.
Well,
there should be that kind of communication between a coach and his player. It's just the alarming thing to me is Miz is so young. Like, he wouldn't go over to Robert Brooks in his first or second year and say, hey, what do you like? That was the most surprising thing to me.
Isn't this kind of similar to when you guys beat the Falcons? Hey, you can't run here. And then he runs the ball into the end zone.
Yeah.
And it works, so everything's fine, but if you're going to do something like that, you got to make sure it works. And I feel that was like a hallmark of Brett as well.
Well, that's what, because, he would always get agitated when we draw stuff up in the dirt.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. And the one thing he would say, I love when you guys draw it up in the dirt, but it better work. Because sometimes that happens in a game. You see, sometimes we react so quickly where the corner thinks he's in 3 when he's supposed to be in cover 2, and then you just see an open area and you run to it, and you hope that it all works out. So it's good to see to have that trust in his ace at such a young age.
Peter in the 312 says, the way I see it, this was Miz's coming out as a top MLB pitcher in the league. Does that make sense? Like the idea of him saying, like, okay, I'm the captain now. And again, I'm not saying it was done disrespectfully, but it was basically like, I have agency sort of over, I know I can get this out. I know I can strike this guy out. Give me an opportunity to do so. And I actually don't even think that if he were unable to get the out, if it had not gone the way that it had gone, I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing either. Because I like the idea that the kid's confidence is growing before our very eyes.
Oh, again, if you say, no, you can't, you're not taking me out, and then you give up a hit, you can never do that again. Can't do it again. You can't say no, you have to, because again, the last time you did this, you gave up the hit. Now, again, that's going to have the confidence just continue to grow in him. And Murph, I think, was also, again, using it as, not that Murph would have gotten in his grill if he decided to leave him in and he got a hit. It's a simple, like, all right, now we know.
But the next time, Gabe, the next time he has to listen, though.
Correct.
Because the next time he does that, and Murph says, no.
Yep, 100%. And that's a conversation they would have.
You got to respect that. You got to respect both sides of it.
1,000%. 1,000%. But again, Miz doing what he did was spectacular. And again, he continues to do things that we just haven't seen in baseball in so long.
And he is a big reason why we are asking this morning, is this the best Brewers team ever? We recognize that the 82 team was in the World Series, but I do think that there is a world where you can say that team was constructed differently. That team operated differently. That team won, I think it was 95 games in the regular season.
Something like that.
And got hot in the postseason. They had a boatload of Hall of Famers on the team. Now, you could argue that's a chicken or the egg thing. Did the Hall of Fame come before the wins, or did the wins result in the Hall of Fame? But Ashton in Sheboygan weighs in and says this, guys. I don't think this team is better than the 2011 squad. Pitching is better, yes, but I think we are all forgetting how good Braun and Prince were. And I do think that as you compare teams, Gabe, this is where this specific team is interesting because it does feel like more of a team effort. For that team, you did have Braun and Prince carrying the offensive load, right? And you knew that every time Bronny went up there in a clutch situation, he was going to make something happen. And that is exciting in its own way. But I wonder with this team, there's never a time where I'm thinking this guy can't get it done. Whatever the situation
That's not true.
Well, Blake Perkins is still on the roster.
Joey Ortiz,
he's on the roster.
Luis Rengifo.
But for the most part, everybody is capable of delivering.
But again, like, we're 63 games into this. We have 99 games left. It's a lot of baseball to continue this. And I'm not saying they can't. I think they will. I think they'll, but you still have to go out and do it. Right? Like, you still have to go out there and do it. I mean, right now, you could have picked the Brewers' best 63 games last year, and it's going to be a similar record. Yeah, this is the first team to win this many games this fast, but they had 2 different win streaks of 10-plus games, 11-plus games last year. 11 games, and then they, got to the team record 13 games. So you still have to continue to go out there and do this. And when you're comparing this to other teams, 2018 added Mike Moustakas at the deadline. That dramatically changed what that team was, and they eventually played in Game 7 of an NLCS at American Family Field at then Miller Park. So there's still a lot of baseball left, and this team, in 2 months, they could make one move that dramatically changes what this roster also looks like. So we've got a long ways to go, and they just have to keep it up. And again, they've got more than enough talent to keep it up with what they have in the pitching staff.
I did some research on the 2011 Brewers. Not that I forgot who they were, but I just wanted to look into the stats. Obviously, that was Braun's MVP year, so best player in the world. There is an interesting comparison, a parallel here. The Brewers' left side of the infield was Unieski Betancourt and Casey McGee.
But that was Casey McGee's
No, he had a
the year before was his good year. 2010 was the good year.
So those guys were negative wins above replacement. On the left side of the infield, which feels a little similar to what we're
Uni B's home runs didn't carry the day. I mean,
he was negative 0.1, so he was close to a league average.
He was terrible on defense.
Yes. And then the Brewers pitching staff didn't have a single pitcher with a 1 win above replacement the entire. So
even Greinke?
No, it doesn't. Oh no, he had a 0.1.
No, that can't be right.
Maybe that's a bad. Oh, it's probably his batting now that I look at it. Yeah.
That makes more sense. I was going to say, Zach Greinke was pretty damn good
because
that
I
year.
forgot pitchers were hitting that. Are we glad we got rid of that nonsense?
Jen, they're so dorky when they get into it. You guys are tools. Huh?
I kind of like it.
You do?
I kind of like it. Yeah. Lots of reaction rolling in here. Jalen says Bowers is doing what Braun did. Contreras went at the plate. I always feel like he can hit a home run. Sanchez still hits dingers once Terang gets out of his slump, and which, by the way, he is now, right? Isn't Terang putting up big numbers over the course of this past series as well?
Yeah.
So and then
he had 2 home runs in 1 game. So yeah.
Chris says, by that thought, 2018 Christian Yelich was arguably even more clutch than 2011 Braun was. This is a fun exercise, though, kind of going year by year, team by team, and seeing what their strengths were comp to this year's team and where we think their strengths are.
I love Jake Bowers. I love what he's been able to do. It's a great story. I love his walk-up song. Anytime he does something good, I have a group of people that I text, everybody loves the sunshine. To try to pretend that he is the same as Ryan Braun in 2011 is just go back and look at Ryan Braun's. Look at Ryan Braun's numbers in 2011. All right, that's all I am begging. I just beg you to do that because you are dramatically underappreciating what Ryan Braun was.
Chef Ed says, this is like having to pick your favorite kid. The 82 team would have won the championship if we had our closer. And then Jeff reminding everybody that a half of a season does not make a great team. Fair point. They do have to continue it throughout the second half of the season. I know we're not even at the halfway point yet. But what you're seeing right now does give you optimism, does give you some level of confidence that this team could contend for best team in a Brewers uniform ever. And I think that's why people are getting excited. When you're seeing the Miz do what he's doing, when you see and again, it's not just the Miz. It is Kyle Harrison. It is the bullpen. It is the offense. I think that's why people are going, hey, man, something special's happening here. And you got to make sure that you're on board. Gabe, you mentioned earlier, we got a big series coming up at the end of the week against the Phillies.
Yeah, so Miz is set to pitch on Friday. And by the way, that's his 1-year anniversary of his Major League debut, the 12th of June, last year against the Cardinals. I am begging people. I saw the pictures. I was not there, but I saw plenty of videos, photos of Banana Ball happening over the weekend. That place was packed. We got to pack the ballpark on Friday. We need to be packing the ballpark as a Brewers fan base every time Miz pitches because you don't know what he's going to do. He could do something historic. He's been on this historic run, and we need to show up at the ballpark and have that type of energy every single time Miz is on the mound.
How close is Woody? Isn't this a lot longer than we thought?
Yeah, but they're just, again, Chew, the goal for him is August and September and being as healthy as possible. So if it takes a little bit more time now, it takes a little bit more time now. I would be, at some point in June, I would assume we're going to see him on a Brewers, on a mound.
Okay.
That is what the timeline is currently tracking towards, according to Google.com. Infinity Exteriors brings us our Twitter poll each and every day here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. That's right, I said lifetime. It's infinityexteriors.com. We roll on right after this.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The heart of this country is local. It's neighbors looking out for neighbors. It's small businesses that know your name. At Piggly Wiggly, the people who run your store live right here, right alongside you. And when you shop with us, every dollar stays in the community we all call home. Stop in today and see the difference shopping local really makes. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
The Brewers' annual Pride Night is coming up Friday, June 12th, and everyone's invited to keep the Pride Month party going at the ballpark, featuring special events highlighting Milwaukee's LGBTQ community, like a local makers market, a national anthem performance by pop duo Reina, and more Pride activities all around American Family Field. This year's Brewers' Pride Night is a party you don't want to miss. Grab your seats today at brewers.com/community nights.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Since January, I've already lost 40 pounds and dropped a couple pant sizes. This program has been simple, safe, and their team has helped me every step of the way. Best of all, it's built to help keep the weight off for good. If you're looking for a weight loss program that works, Milwaukee Weight Loss is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Don't let summer pass you by. Turn it all the way up at Summerfest. The music, the moments, the memories you'll replay all year long. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. June 18th through 20th, June 25th through 27th, and July 2nd through 4th. Your soundtrack to summer starts here. Get tickets now at Summerfest.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm going to Venmo you that money right after the show.
You can't. You don't know how to use Venmo.
Made my workload much less. But Ernie,
you don't know how to.
Ernie,
do it, and I don't know
does
how to
it ever?
it, so
yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Reaction continues to roll in on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Jim says, I think the 82 team was better. Just look at the batting averages of the starters. No comparison. What was that?
That was a lot bad in average. Come on.
You love batting averages, yeah. And Matt and Racine says, Gabe, what move should the Brewers make at the deadline to push them over the top?
Scooble.
Well, I saw a note this weekend that said that the Detroit Tigers are not trading Scooble. Stop calling.
Sure. Yeah, that really stopped the Rams when they wanted to go get Myles Garrett last week. Yeah, they really stopped. Oh, we're not trading him.
This is like Chewy when a girl would tell you she wasn't interested. What did that make you do?
Get another drink.
Chase a little harder, maybe. Put a little more effort in. I don't know. Chewy, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? I believe is it tonight?
No, tomorrow. Going to see the Sox come into the town. Ange has never been to the Trop. Told her she ain't missing much, but
wait. That's on the list of things you got to do. Oh, we got to go to the Trop.
Yeah, she's got this bucket list, and the Trop happens to be one of them. I don't know why.
And you said the only way you'd go is if they were playing the Bo Sox.
That in a suite. I'm not sitting in the stands.
You're too big for regular
But she's
seats.
like, do you have a Red Sox shirt down here? I'm like, I ain't wearing a damn Red Sox shirt. They suck. I'm like, I'm a Brewers guy. Actually, I'm a Tampa Bay guy, too, because Tampa Bay's playing well. Yeah. There are standards that have to be achieved in order for me to wear a certain jersey.
Okay.
So
if North Dakota State starts off slow this year, you think I'm wearing a shirt to the game? No, Coach. I have standards.
Chewy's son, a coach on the staff there, for those of you playing the home game.
Really, that doesn't matter or enough.
It's never mattered. So if we were to get you a Jacob Mizorowski jersey, would you wear that here?
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to fit, though. I'm not wearing the...
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a schmedium.
The schmedium.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to do that, but, Polish guy to Polish guy.
Miz is my guy. Yeah, we're going to trade Borscht, see whose is better.
I wonder if he's ever even heard of Borscht. Speaking
I guarantee
of jerseys,
his parents have.
It's possible. Speaking of jerseys, you guys know what I got in the mail over the weekend, don't you?
Ooh.
Second one?
Second one.
Oh, you did. Was it Terang?
Bryce Terang, World Baseball Classic, USA jersey.
Hell yeah.
Freaking Fanatics, man. Now I feel like I have to return it.
No.
Well, I made all that stink about not getting the first one until after Memorial Day.
Yeah.
I was trying to take the moral high ground. You can't tell me I can steal a jersey and still
You're
be
not
moral high
stealing
ground
it.
guy.
They sent it to you. I don't think it's stealing.
If you return that, I will never be able to look at you the same way.
Yeah, poor Fanatics.
Just out of curiosity, on a scale of 1 to 10, what level are you looking at me now as far as respect goes?
I decline to comment, but it'll be a 1.
But what is it now? I need to know what we're working with, Josh. Are we at least above a 5?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it would drop all the way down to 1 if I return the Bryce Terang jersey. What am I going to do with 2 Bryce Terang World Baseball Classic jerseys?
We already covered this.
Chase already got the first one.
Oh, I thought that was for you. Well, then keep it for yourself.
Okay, so we can go twinsies at the ballpark?
Yeah, I'm sure your 17-year-old son would love that.
Yeah.
Have you met a 17-year-old? He doesn't even want me to walk near him, let alone match him. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. We'd have to get all the legal stuff written up and whatnot, but maybe as the season goes on, we could give away the second Bryce Terang World Baseball Classic.
We're looking for a pretty specific fan here that can fit that jersey.
Come on. You're saying because it's a medium? Yeah. I thought you were saying that's a fan of Bryce Terang. I was like, I think we could spit and find one of those.
Yeah. We're teaming with Bryce Terang fans. Mediums, I don't see a lot of them.
Chewy's like, you might only be able to give it to a 17-year-old.
I kind of want you to bring a medium just to see if Chewy can get his arm through it.
Oh,
how much did it cost? What did it cost?
$200.
That's what a jersey costs these days?
Well, it's an authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Which
question.
means what?
So now I have, so what I said is, should I sell it on eBay? Make my money back.
You can pay for that ticket you just paid for.
Look, it's Fanatics. I don't think you need to feel bad about anything.
Did you see I forget which team it was for, but instead of stitching the patches on a hat that they had, it was like a special hat. It was glued on, and the glue was popping off one of the pitchers because he was sweating.
Yikes.
Fine products they create there.
Sam says, didn't you already agree that you were auctioning it off for Gabe's charity?
That's right. You did.
Yeah, that's why I said I thought we already covered this.
Yeah.
I forgot. All right, thank you for reminding me, Sam. Yes, that's the plan. That's what we should do. We should auction it off for Gabe's charity when he raises money for the Mac Fund. I can't believe Chewy just threw. Did you guys not hear that sniper shot? He goes, pay for the ticket.
There you go.
I got a parking ticket.
It barely covers it.
It does cover it, though. Parking ticket in
See,
our
my wife's
structure.
new thing is she calls me a rule follower. Which I am to it. More so than you. Just park in a damn spot that doesn't have a sign attached to it. It's not that hard.
There aren't that many.
Parking the 3-hour parking.
Are we going to
That's
get
what I
into
do.
this? I
No
don't
one
really want to
parks.
get into this. Okay.
This is the risk you run
when I tell Chewy
when you tell
stuff.
Chewy
I
things.
know, I know.
There's always a chance it comes back and it becomes a topic of conversation.
The rule follower thing is a thing that happens in my house a lot. Like a lot of, well, you're not supposed to take the dog there. What are they going to do? Arrest me?
Kind of how I felt about parking in the spots that didn't have that had reserved on
What are they
it.
going to do? Give me a ticket? Turns out.
See, I don't do that because I was aware that tickets can happen, so I'm not interested in
Well,
it.
I wish I had talked to you about it and known about it because I was surprised to find that little envelope on my windshield the other morning. And then I told you guys, I'm not paying this. I got all defiant, right? And then I said to you, it occurred to me that since I park in that structure every day, it might not be the best place to stiff on a ticket.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a private company giving you a ticket, yeah, then you just don't park there anymore and you don't have to worry about it.
Correct.
However, I don't think you're going to park somewhere else other than the garage that's, attached to the building in which you work.
Just out of curiosity, how long do you think it would have taken for them to boot my car, to boot the Tahoe, if I didn't pay that ticket?
By the end of the month, they were either going to boot you or not allow you.
Shut your card off.
100%.
Yeah.
Not allow me to park in the thing. That's why I said I better just pay the ticket. But to Chewy's point, hey, maybe we raise enough money when we auction it off for charity.
Hey, what are you doing there, Chief?
I got a mosquito. I still got it.
Loud.
Still quick as a cat.
Was that your thigh?
No, it was my hands clapping.
Oh, I thought he slapped his thigh. I was like,
he's
whoa.
Mr. Miyagiing his way trying to get all the mosquitoes.
Well, that's chopsticks. I'm not impressed until you kill it with chopsticks. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on right after this.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43 slowing down just south of Brown Deer Road, down past Bender Road, only to slow down again just south of Silver Spring, down to about Locust. Northbound, we've got delays basically from Fond du Lac Avenue up to Locust as well. Westbound 94, watch for delays from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. More delays west of Highway 100 into Waukesha County. Eastbound has got backups right past Highway 16, and then you're back on the brakes from 76th Street to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st. Time to send Dad a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, rain likely, heavy at times, a high of 78. Tonight, we have a chance of storms with a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of tranquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Take a break from our Brewers conversation. Talk a little Packers. We have been trying to figure out the Micah Parsons timeline for some time. And again, the fact that there is no definitive conclusion on this means we are still sort of just guessing. But we're trying to read the tea leaves. We're trying to pick up the clues. We're trying to figure out when we might see Micah Parsons back on the field for your Green Bay Packers, because we are all in agreement that they are a significantly better team when he is rushing the quarterback, when he is on the field. So this past weekend, once again, Micah Parsons' brother was talking on, I believe it was Twitter, and he's trying to, it appears, temper fans' expectations. Terrence Parsons says it's impossible for week 5. If he just starts practicing week 5, you really have to look at week 8, just like C. Watt last year. Is that Watson?
Christian Watson, yeah.
So Aaron Nagler of Cheesehead TV responds, he can start practicing week 3. That's a new rule this year. Gabe, you also nailed that for us, that this was the first year. What is that rule again?
So if you start on the physically unable to perform list, previously you had to miss the first 4 games, and you can open up that practice window after that 4th week. But now they decided, well, yeah, you still have to miss 4 games, but you can open that practice window after week 2. So you can start practicing week 3, even if you start the season on the physically unable to perform list. You can start ramping up. That way you can be a little closer to ready if you're coming off the physically unable to perform list right after week 4.
So I think it was earlier this week when ESPN.com and a bunch of other publications talked about he probably won't return until at least mid-October. We had said okay, but that was still, what were the games there? We talked about it being Bears and Cowboys, right? Middle of October, yes?
Yes, that's week 5 and 6.
Okay. So Micah's brother, Terrence, responded to Aaron Nagler saying, yeah, I know, but like I've been saying, doesn't mean he will. For him, the patient approach is the best approach. I just see a whole lot of week 5 and week 6, and I'm trying to prepare people. Don't get caught up, because that's not the goal. The goal is to be 100%. Chewy, if Parsons misses 8 games, how much does it change your opinion of what Green Bay is capable of doing from a win standpoint this year?
Well, without him, let's just go through. We got Vikings, Jets, Falcons, Buccaneers, Bears, Cowboys, Lions.
Mm-hmm. That's every division opponent, by the way.
Yep.
That's without Parsons, so they can lose to the Vikings. They won't lose to the Jets. I don't think they can lose to the Falcons. They can lose to the Buccaneers, Bears, Cowboys, and Lions. Yeah, if they got no one, let's say Van Ness is what do we think he is, and whoever's playing opposite side of him doesn't create. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And my guess is this: his doctor, whoever did the surgery, I don't think it was Green Bay's guy. He's calling the shots.
Oh yeah,
he's calling the shots. So the way I interpret Parsons is, he still has a lot of money to be made out there, and he doesn't want anything to kind of get in that way. That's why he's not going to come back until he is at least 100%. So I don't think he's going to rush. He's that type of player that has that kind of clout. Fans probably aren't going to like it, but he seems to me like a guy that doesn't care. He's looking at the back end of the season getting back to where he was last year, but my question is, will that be too late? And I wanted to ask you guys this, okay? Let's just say he doesn't play the first 8 games and they start off horribly and miss the playoffs. Is that an excuse for LaFleur to come back or no?
No.
Because I said it way back. I said the only excuse he has is Jordan.
Listen.
Fair?
Yeah, I would agree.
Time out, guys. I understand, Gabe, your visceral reaction of saying no, but policy essentially told us that was a reason why they brought LaFleur back this year, the injuries. So it stands to reason that if something like that happened again, he might be able to, once again, go back to that well. Like, every time policy has talked, he has mentioned the injuries that the team sustained last year.
They still made the playoffs last year. So you have that. Like, this team is good enough where they should not be missing the playoffs.
For what it's worth, it is Dr. Neil Elatrosh who did Micah Parsons' surgery. I don't know if you guys follow TMZ or saw any of the news, but
Ella Trosh's daughter is now dating Daniel Jones. So random. I know, it's so random.
How does that information even cross your desk?
You came across. I saw it on social media because it was Daniel Jones is dating a famous, with connections to the NFL, and it had a list of all of the people, all of the NFL players who Ella Trosh has done surgeries on.
Your algorithm has to be
so
fascinating.
Wild. So wild. It's unbelievable. Well, to be honest, for a very long stretch there, I was checking Page 6 and TMZ on a regular basis.
What? It makes sense.
See what is out there.
So you're saying that is a big enough excuse if they don't make playoffs.
I'm not saying it is. This is a good nuance that you're pointing out here, Chew. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying they've already shown us the blueprint. So I think that you should be prepared for policy et al. To go to that well again if, again, hypothetically speaking, all of that stuff shakes out. So I guess my question to you also is this, Gabe. If, in fact, it is 8 weeks, right? If we're operating from that standpoint that maybe his brother knows something that we don't know, do they need to go out and bolster that position? Do they need to go out and get a stopgap pass rusher?
I would feel a little bit more urgency towards that. Because while and Micah's brother continues to point out on social media, like, hey, he's 27 years old. It's not just like the window's just this year. But you also don't want to just throw this year away either, right? Like, I mean, if there's an opportunity to go out and add to try to help ease the burden of Micah being out, I think you want to do that if it's at all possible. Again, the tough part is it possible? Going out and get Josh Sweat seems like that's not happening, at least right now. Asking price seems to be higher than the Packers are willing to pay. And I would be looking to add, but adding somebody who's going to be significant is really hard to do post June 1.
Where do you think this defense would rank without him?
Middle of the pack.
15?
Yeah.
You think they're that good?
I think they'll be able to do enough where they're going to be middle of the pack, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. 18?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as optimistic. Because even we talk about how, well, you've got this, cast of characters that they've put in there at defensive back. We think that the linebackers are a pretty good unit, but I think it all starts up front. We've talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so if you have no pressure, if you have no pass rush, then do we start worrying that these other units might not be as good as we have seen them be?
I mean, they were good enough to beat the Bears last year in the postseason.
Yep.
Without Micah.
Yep.
They blew that game without a doubt, but they should have won that game. Like, I don't think we're sitting here going, oh man, I can't believe they went 3-5 in those, Like, there's still enough talent there. That those safeties are really good. Bullard is really good. Yeah. Like, they've got enough. They're experimenting with Edgerrin Cooper on the edge, during OTAs. We've seen that in practices that have been open to the media. People have been reporting that. So they'll be able to come up with some sort of answer. But why I think LaFleur would get fired, because Micah, the Packers should be good enough to make the postseason without Micah. They're not good enough to win a Super Bowl without Micah. And that's the difference, right? Like, if you're missing Micah for half the season, you still should be good enough as a coaching staff, as a roster, that you should be able to survive that, to be a playoff team. Like, missing the playoffs because Micah misses 7 or 8 games, to me, is, all right.
Let me ask you this, Gabe. What's a bigger concern for you right now through the first 8 games that he's not playing in, the offensive line or the D-line?
Offensive line still.
Really?
Yeah, because eventually, Chew, I know Micah's coming back. So you just kind of have to Band-Aid it together.
Weather the storm.
You just have to find a way to weather the storm, because at the end of it, there's light at the end of that tunnel. With the offensive line, I'd like to be optimistic, right? But there's literally questions at every other spot, and there's no guy where you're going, well, once he comes back, then we can really start rolling. That doesn't exist on the offensive
I do
line.
think, though, that the pass rush win rate, always got to slow down with that forward combo, was pretty bad once Micah was out. I think it was one of the worst in the league during that stretch with Micah being out last season, which, again, is why they probably feel like, and maybe Gannon is looking around going, hey, we really need to bolster this. We really need to figure out a way. If, in fact, I think, like, from a due diligence standpoint, the team needs to be considering all options. Because on the off chance that Lucas Van Ness is what we think he is, and he doesn't take that step that we expect and we ask for when these guys are continuing their careers, it does feel like a little bit of a black hole. Can you win in 2027, 2026, 2027 without a pass rush?
Yeah, you can win enough games. Again, you just can't go. You can't make it to a Super Bowl. Like we've seen this team without somebody like Micah Parsons still be able to figure it out and make the playoffs. So, to me, adding Micah, going into last season, we thought that was a playoff team without Micah. Micah adds, well, okay, here now that's the next step to a Super Bowl. So they should still be able to win enough games, no matter how long Micah's out.
Does Micah Parsons being out change, hear me out here, how they call plays offensively? Are you then trying to chew clock? Are you then relying on Josh Jacobs, et cetera, to keep the offense on the field longer so that the defense isn't having to, you know what I'm saying? Like, does Micah Parsons not being out there to start affecting the other side of the ball? Because now from a strategy standpoint, you have to win differently.
I think it turns into shootouts. Because look at these offense. Vikings, good offense. Buccaneers, good offense. Bears, good offense. Cowboys, good offense. Lions, good offense. You know, you're not going to win those games scoring 17 points without Parsons. So.
Well, and then similarly, then do you also need your defensive backs, your safeties, and your corners to be creating those turnovers that we saw a few seasons ago, but that sort of disappeared and went on a milk carton last year? Because these feel like ways that you would supplement a prolonged absence of a player like Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I think it's being more. It's more creative with your blitzes, Chew. I think that's what you're trying to do.
He has to be.
Yeah.
Like Hafley was when Micah went out last year.
Gannon had his best year in Philly when he could create pressure with just 4. And he likes doing that.
Yeah, everybody wants to do that.
He can't do it without Parsons.
Yeah, everybody wants to be able to. Everybody wants to create pressure without 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not able to. So you got to. That's where every defensive coordinator is going to look good if you can create pressure with 4.
Sure.
What are you able to do when you can't do that? What kind of defense can you put together? That's, to me, what separates good defensive coordinators from bad ones.
Yeah, but then you go to Gabe, okay, you're going to blitz, which typically means man. Are your corners good enough to play man a lot of times?
You got to make sure that pressure gets home.
I don't know. You know.
So, Chewy, you still have the schedule there in front of you?
I do.
If he misses 8 games, I want you to tell me what you think the win record is after those 8 games. What do you think the Packers' record is?
Without Parsons.
Correct. Let's assume for the sake of this exercise that his brother is leading people down the right path, that he won't be back until, are we saying week 8 or are we saying he misses 8 games? I guess I'm not sure about that nuance either.
I was saying he's missing 8 games.
Okay. So he misses the first half-ish of the season.
Yeah. I got
go ahead.
At Minnesota, a loss. At the Jets, a win. Falcons home, a win. At Tampa Bay, a loss.
They're 2-2 so far.
Bears at home, I'll go a win. Cowboys at home, I'll go a loss. At Lions, I'll say a loss. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. And then home to Panthers, a win.
You got them 4-4. You got him 4-4 to start the season without Micah Parsons if he does, in fact, miss the first 8 weeks of the season. Josh, does that feel about right to you? 4-4 without Micah Parsons?
I think that's pretty conservative. I think you set your goals higher than that.
Well, certainly. I'd love for him to go 8-0 without Micah Parsons, but that also doesn't feel realistic.
Right, but like 4-4, I don't know what those teams are going to look like when we get them. Are they going to have their quarterbacks? Are they going to lose them? I think you set your expectations and your hopes at 5 wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then anything less than that, you're disappointed in, and you feel like you probably underachieved.
I think that's fair. I don't want to Christopher Robin this thing and tut, it looks like rain. That doesn't feel like a good spot to be in either. I don't want to be pessimistic about it, but I do think that there were a lot of people reacting to Micah Parsons' brother saying, hey, it's more realistic that he misses 8 games than is back for the Bears or for the Cowboys, and I'm just trying to prepare people for that. So wondered what you guys thought. I do think that 4-4 feels Christopher Robin to me. It feels Eeyore. I'm just throwing out all of the Winnie the Pooh references this morning.
Doing some reading to your children this weekend or what?
Oh, bother. It's a Great Midwest Bank Mortgage Monday on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Buying a home, apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com. They're your equal housing lender. Joshy, let's put that on the poll.
we put that on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors poll? If Micah Parsons misses the first 8 games of the season, what do you expect the Packers' record to be? We'll give some conservative options and we'll give some aggressive options after this.
Ewald Automotive Group is celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Ewald makes it easy to drive the new or used vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Celebrate America's 250th with Ewald Automotive. $250 down or $250 a month. Available on over 1,500 vehicles at every Ewald dealership location. With so many vehicles to choose from, finding the right one has never been easier, especially with the great team they have at Ewald Automotive. It all starts at ewaldauto.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We're still seeing delays coming out of the Mitchell interchange around the Plainfield curve all the way up past Lincoln. As a matter of fact, you're on and off the brakes all the way through the Marquette. On southbound 43, backing up just before Good Hope Road and stretching all the way down past Capitol Drive to Locust. And southbound 41, backing up from Good Hope Road to Capitol. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st. Time to send Dad a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at Kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, rain likely, heavy at times, a high of 78. Tonight, we have a chance of storms with a low of 63. Weather is brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts from single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit BadgerlandJunk.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
ACS Group has business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. ACS Group's IT manager, Mark Reinhardt.
I feel James Imaging Systems being local, I get to meet the people, see the people, they come in and find out what our needs are, and they're just great folks.
Great folks who partner with you and your business.
Absolutely. I categorize James Imaging Systems as a partner because they come in, again, sit down, understand our needs, listen to what things are bothering us, obstacles that we have, and they help bring us really cost-effective solutions.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and business technology expertise to help your business do business better.
That's huge for me and keeps us running smoothly, and we're able to focus on other things for this business.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain, it's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery, the pain's back off. And we love hearing from you, how we here at ESPN Milwaukee helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
If it's gotten to the
I
point...
don't think shower.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to take a shower? You just told me you're offended by your own BO.
No, but I think it's deodorant, Gabe. Showering does nothing. It really doesn't.
You are wrong.
Because
you must be showering wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You know what I always say, happy wife means a happy life. And a lot of times that starts with a visit to the Jewelry Center. From custom-made in Milwaukee engagement rings to everyday pieces like diamond earrings or a gold chain for a special occasion, the Jewelry Center does it all. And here's the thing. They design everything in-house so you can sit down with an expert, build the perfect ring, and it may cost less than you think. When that day comes for my boys to take that next step, I know exactly where they're going. The Jewelry Center. Just ask Gabe. Stop into one of their 4 locations. Brookfield, Greenfield, Burlington, or Mequon. And suck it, Josh.
Alrighty then.
No, he tried to get me. He's like, hey, you got to... He sent it to me 3 seconds ago. And he said, hey, you got a Jewelry Center read. No, is it a new one? No, nothing. So that's why I took it extra slow to show Josh that I got him.
If he tells you to suck it 2 more times, does that trigger a suspension? The way it did for Abner Uribe?
Or maybe he shows up in a mirror or something like Bloody Mary back in the day, right? Like if you say that 3 times in a row. We ask on the Infinity Exteriors poll, what will the Packers record be if Micah Parsons misses 8 games? This off of his brother talking on social media. And again, we recognize that he may not have all the information, but it does feel like he's a source close to Micah Parsons who is saying, hey, temper your expectations if you're thinking Micah Parsons will be back for the Bears game or the Cowboys game. The question says 5-3 or better. 4-4, which is what Chewy guessed earlier. 3-5 or worse. Go ahead and weigh in on that on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube stream or on the ESPN Wisconsin, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter account. Chewy, I want to ask you this. If Micah Parsons is out for the first 8 games of the season, tell me what the game plan is. Tell me what the strategy is to win those games for Green Bay. Is it Jordan Love carrying the offense? Is it Jordan Love, trying to keep the offense on the field as much as possible so we see a little more Josh Jacobs? I mean, or what is the recipe?
I think they'll pick and choose games. I mean, obviously the first one's in Minnesota, and they have, there's question marks behind Kyler Murray. I think he will be better because he's finally going to be coached, and Kevin O'Connell's one of the better offensive coaches in the league. So they're going to have to score points. My guess is Gannon, who I don't think he loves to blitz a lot, but I think he's going to try to create something with 4, and when that doesn't work, obviously he'll have to go to his blitz packages. But like I said, 17 points against Minnesota is not going to get it done without Micah Parsons. So LaFleur's got to have a little more aggressive game plan, kind of cut Jordan a little bit loose. And my guess is that first game they're going to have to score 28 points to win. And we're going to find out if they can do it.
Gabe, what's your recipe?
Yeah, I think it's just trying to figure out different ways to get different guys to the quarterback and being creative the way. Again, we'll wait and see what Gannon does. But again, I think every defensive coordinator wants to sit there and rush forward the way Jeff Hafley did last year. But what did Jeff Hafley do the year before? He was really creative. And there were times where, man, the Packers' blitz rate is down because he'd be rushing 4, but you didn't know where the 4 were coming from. He'd be dropping different guys, and that's something that Gannon has done in the past of dropping different guys into coverage. So whether that's getting Edgerrin Cooper more opportunities to rush the passer, hoping that, Josh's guy, Dennis Sutton, can continue to grow, and they're going to be creative in how they're trying to get after the quarterback. Maybe getting Zaire Franklin after that. Yes, does that expose you to the backside? But I think that's the risk that's worth taking because that's how you're going to have to generate pressure. That's how you're going to have to try to generate turnovers and generate some of those big plays that Micah usually provides because he's a one-man wrecking crew. And I think that's the type of aggression you have to be instead of just sitting there, not getting any pass rush, coverage playing soft on the outside, and having teams chew up a bunch of clock by going 12, 13 plays down the field.
I think sometimes we forget how dominant he was last year because I remember having this conversation with you guys. Who would hurt more to lose, Jordan Love or Micah Parsons? And even having that conversation just tells you how good that dude is, and you're going to be without him. So for longer than we thought.
I just don't think that the aggressiveness can only be on the field. I don't think it can be Gannon, putting Edgerrin Cooper as an edge rusher at OTAs. I think it has to be the front office going out there and seeing what options exist to bolster this pass rush. I just think, again, we keep talking, Gabe, about how this is the window. We keep saying this is the window for the Green Bay Packers, and I would hate, again, I think Micah Parsons should take all the time he needs. I want to be clear on this. I am not saying rush his ass back to the field. I am saying if you're not going to have him on the field for a chunk of the season like this, a significant chunk, potentially 8 games, I think you need to go out there and try to bolster that pass rush because I don't think it's good enough as currently constructed.
So you would give up a second-round pick for Josh Sweat?
Is that what it is now?
Well, no, I mean, they wanted, I think they wanted a third from some of the stuff I was seeing. The Packers weren't going that
you're
high.
You're saying because they said that he's not available, you have to raise your offer in order to get him.
So does that mean be reckless and go and get someone? Because that's what you would probably have to do. Guys that can get after the quarterback rarely become available. Teams tend to hold on to those guys unless you have Jerry Jones running the ship. Right? And then you get really fortunate.
Well, then Myles Garrett as well. Maybe this is happening more often than we think.
But again, like, it's June 8th. I just don't know what's out there that you're going to, outside of Josh Sweat, and if you're not willing to give up a third-round pick or second-round pick, which, again, I understand why Goody's not willing to do that for a 29-year-old who's had some knee issues. Yeah, he had 12 and a half sacks last year, but, I mean, are you willing to give up that high of a pick to try to help cover those 8 games? Because that's about the only option right now that you're going to feel good about.
But I guess my question to you is, and I know you mentioned the young guys in there. I know you mentioned that they have addressed their needs, but do you really want to rely on a rookie in this when the window is open? And look, maybe he'll surprise us, DDS. Maybe he'll be like, oh my gosh, we're so glad that they drafted this guy. He has been a breath of fresh air. He can get to the quarterback. Maybe all of that stuff happens. I just get a little bit nervous relying on a rookie in that spot early, because it's early on. It's not like you're even later in the season when he's got some games under his belt.
I don't know if there's somebody outside of Josh Sweat that they can grab that's going to be significantly better than what they already have. That's the issue of having this conversation on June 8th instead of having it on March 8th, right?
So
early in the offseason, you've got an opportunity and where it's easier to kind of go grab somebody, go get somebody via trade, grab somebody in the free agent market. And again, I just don't see the Packers willing to raise their offer. Like, the Cardinals are going to have to come down to the Packers, I think, if Sweat ends up getting traded. Because I don't see Goody trading a third-round pick for a guy to help cover 8 games.
What would you give him?
Josh Sweat?
Yeah.
Probably what the Packers are offering, whether that's a fourth, maybe, goes up to a conditional third. Because I don't know if the Packers are going to look at him long-term as any sort of solution.
No. They'll roll the dice. They'll roll the dice with what they have.
So we're talking about Dennis Sutton and Lucas Van Ness, splitting snaps or each covering a side until Micah comes back?
I don't know. It's Lucas Van Ness on one side for sure, but then Sutton's Dennis Sutton's in a match with Baron Sorrell and Colin Oliver.
But he's still a fourth-round pick. He's a fourth-round pick. When's the last time a rookie fourth-round pick anywhere stepped in and was like, oh, this guy is should have been a first-round pick? That doesn't happen very often.
Happens about once a year.
Yeah.
Across the league.
Oh, there we go. That's better. I was thinking.
Yeah, not for the Packers.
My brain just started going through the Rolodex of, well, who is that guy?
No, it happens about once a year across the league. Yeah. Because the Packers,
which aren't very good odds.
Those guys.
Which the odds are not great. Even though I know it's Joshy's dude, but we'll wait.
They wanted to draft him in the third.
Well, let me ask you this, Joshy. Because you have been on the bandwagon for this kid, right?
Yeah.
You saw what he did at Penn State. You were like, this is the guy, go get him. Do you feel confident in him? Okay. I didn't even get the sentence out, and he was like, nope.
I mean, the whole thing about, he's a rookie. You would hope by the end of the season, he's hitting form and making, he's making a big, he's got to learn the offense, the defense. He's got to learn what he's doing out there. I'm sure if he is something, you'll see flashes, but it's not going to be good enough to hold up in place of Micah Parsons. With as good as I think he can be, it just, That's not a good enough plan to me. And that makes me go into the, well, maybe Josh Sweat is worth it if it's that long.
Can he have an Evan Williams type impact? Because Evan Williams was a 4th-round pick.
I think so. But even, like, Evan Williams was a starter and played, but he wasn't, like, tilting the field. He made plays. But we're talking about is this the Evan Williams coming out year this year?
Sure. But I think if you can get what you got out of Evan Williams out of DDS and be a solid contributor,
yeah, that helps.
I think that's great, but I'm also not sold on LVN. So it's sort of a two.
Joshy.
Yeah.
What was the knock on him? Why did he go in the 4th round?
People haven't really been able to give me one. They think he might be a little stiff, I guess, but it's also because he's massive and tall and looks not like, you're used to people bending the edge, even though he's capable of doing that. They're really, the knocks I saw didn't really add up to me. Like, sometimes they just miss. Daniil Hunter.
But I was tall and stiff, but that's okay for me. But it's not okay for him. I see where you're going with this.
I don't think he was referencing you at all.
He wanted to.
No.
What's going on over there, man?
Chewy, it's Monday, so Chewy's projecting shots. Like, Josh hasn't really taken one on him today. So now he's just he got the read late, so now Chewy feels like he's got to start swinging, and he was anticipating Josh coming after him, so he was ready to jab back. And then when Josh didn't say anything, Chewy was caught off guard and still projected that Josh was going to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Josh is still in his corner of the ring just sipping on his water bottle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I looked into why people weren't as high on him. I can't figure it out. Those athletic traits, that production, usually doesn't go in the 4th round. But stuff like this happens every couple years where everybody looks at a prospect and goes, this guy should be like Daniil Hunter. He's now, how long has he been in the league?
Forever.
He's one of the best edge rushers in all the league. And people just missed on him. Sometimes you just get it wrong.
I am seeing a lot of reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line and on the YouTube stream. And I think when you were comping who's more important to the team's overall success, and we were talking Jordan Love and we were talking Micah Parsons, several people have made the note that the drop-off from Jordan Love to the backup quarterback, who is now Tyrod Taylor, but was Malik Willis, is less
gap's not
than
as big. Yeah.
Correct. Yes, is less than the gap from Micah Parsons to whoever would be taking his snaps, which I think is an interesting way to look at it as well. 800-990-3776. We did put it on the poll asking you, what will the Packers' record be if Micah Parsons misses 8 games as projected seemingly by his brother on social media? 5-3 or better, 4-4, 3-5 or worse. Let us know on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube stream.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believe that shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home, and they never use high-pressure sales tactics. What I love about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is the great options that they have. Helpful team to help me go through the options when I got a front door last fall, and they're going to be able to point you in the right direction, not just for your house, but for your budget as well. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors also sells, installs, and services them. Real pricing, premium quality, with no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound on 43 backing up from Good Hope Road all the way past Capitol Drive to Locust. Northbound slowing down right around the North Avenue curve up to about Locust. Southbound 41 also slowing down from about Good Hope Road down past Capitol. Northbound from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. And then we've got a crash on eastbound 94 right about at 35th Street. The right lane is blocked, making for a nasty delay from 70th Street to that scene. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox. Live music starts at 7 this Wednesday with Cherry Pie playing at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, rain likely, heavy at times, a high of 78. Tonight, we have a chance of storms with a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze, You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee? Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, June 21st, and let's be honest, Dad does not need another tie, another coffee mug, another World's Greatest Dad t-shirt. Get him something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send your dad his favorite flavor, like my favorite, bourbon pecan. You can even add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order. So go to Kringle.com or make the call, 800-4DANISH, and have it shipped just in time for Father's Day. Kringle.com. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
You are listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Any of those things because it exceeds. It's like. I'm sorry, I'm burping up my apple right there. That's what that was. I wasn't pausing for effect. I literally was burping my apple.
Can we just go to break?
No.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Planning a high-level event can feel overwhelming. But guess what? It doesn't have to, because for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped organization create seamless, unforgettable events that leave a lasting impression. There we go. Look, they've had so many great events. Maybe you've been to one. Don't even realize it. I've checked out what they did with us, with Analysis Live, the ESPN Milwaukee Open, the Bucks Soiree. Been to that. It's unbelievable what they've been able to do. Maybe you're planning on going to one of the events coming up in June. Betty Brynn's Gala is going to be coming up. The Milwaukee Night Market kicking off. They help out over there. Lee Mechanical throwing a 50th anniversary party that they helped plan as well. And what sets Events by Design apart is simple. Fresh ideas, careful planning, and expert execution to every event they touch. So whether you're trying to build culture with an appreciation party, hosting a brand activation, planning that next big gala, or pulling off a major industry event, Events by Design can help minimize your stress. Start designing that next event today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
The Brewers are back in action today. Kyle Harrison on the hill, and a very unique situation for your Milwaukee Brewers, as they will be playing the A's, essentially the homeless A's, the unhoused A's, in Las Vegas. But Gabe, you were telling me this is at the minor league ballpark, and they're hosting this 3-game series there. I'm sorry. Have you seen the temperatures, the projected temperatures for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday in Las Vegas?
Yeah, but
It's like the sun.
Yeah, but it's not like they're playing at noon today out there in Vegas. They're playing at 7 o'clock.
87 degrees is the projected. And again, you're going to tell me it's not that different then?
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
I find this hilarious and a little bit egregious. Chewy, you're our hot weather guy. It's supposed to be 98, 100, and 106 over the next 3 days in Las Vegas.
So yesterday, because we're leaving, saying bye to everyone, we did a little day drinking. The heat index here was 104.
Sure.
So we tried to start out at where the horrible band was, which was outdoor. You can't be outside. You can. It's too flippin' hot. So we had to pivot the plan and had to go into air conditioning because it's brutal. It's the time to get out of here. So I agree. I mean, it's Vegas, so their heat index is probably right on the number because there's no humidity. But 87's still hot. I mean, I saw, a 106?
Wednesday's high of 106. Now, again, I don't know what that will be. Is Wednesday's game a day game?
It is not.
Oh, it's still at night. So
still at night.
That helps. Can you imagine?
All 3 games are happening at night. I believe local time, it's 7:05, 7:05, and then 6:05 on Wednesday. So
but you would agree,
9:05,
Gabe,
9:05, 8:05 tonight.
If it was a day game, that would be brutal.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's going to be hot in Vegas.
I'm just picturing these guys dropping like flies, cramping up. They can't get the IVs in them fast enough.
There have been nights here in Milwaukee where they've got the roof open and it's in the upper 80s. Like it's not.
You know what?
I guess this is just what you play baseball in the summer. You play in the heat. Like this is how it goes.
I don't want to hear about baseball players being hot. I don't. Put a fur coat on and then go play.
Is that what your pads were? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. That's hot. Being in the nice cotton uniforms, yeah, it's a little, but
they're not cotton, but
what are they?
I don't know. You saw the Seinfeld episode.
Polyester.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not breathable. So I don't feel sorry for them at all.
I don't feel sorry for them. I just think it's a little bit comical and egregious. I just feel, again, maybe it's the mom in me that's like, make sure you hydrate. Make sure you get all of your electrolytes. I understand all of that.
Again, like Chewy said, like if the Packers going to Tampa in September and playing at noon, like that's going to be worse than this.
Yeah, it's just the one, though.
Brutal.
Just got the one. You had 3 games in the desert. I can't believe you said that this ballpark has been there forever.
Yeah, this ballpark thing. I think this ballpark's been there longer than I've been alive. They've been playing minor league games there forever. So that's why I don't understand I can't believe they've been doing it for 40 plus years.
So hot, you guys. That's so hot. 98.
I don't understand. Again, I just don't get the fascination. Like I've played in 90-degree weather before. Like this is how it goes.
And how did you feel?
Yeah, make sure you drink water. We didn't. Nobody thought about canceling the game.
Okay, can you just let me mom over the baseball players? Okay, we're hitting a really good stretch here for the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm over here going, "Oh, it's a little hot out there. Are we sure they're gonna be okay?"
Yeah, and now all of a sudden you've got the Wisconsin accent. You're the mom from Bobby's World.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you know, honey? It's very hot to play baseball in the desert. All right, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on. Wrap things up right after this.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. Baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Some nights, you don't want a 4-course meal, you want a martini and maybe some fries.
Girl dinner at the bar at St. Kate the Arts Hotel gets it. Every day from 4 until close, pull up a stool and enjoy a crisp Caesar salad, golden French fries with garlic aioli and ketchup, and one of St. Kate's signature martinis. Your call. No reservations required. You can learn more at stkatearts.com, stkatearts.com.
Meet Keith. He runs a 30-acre ranch. 8 years ago, his knees started giving out.
Climbing a ladder was almost impossible. If I could get down, I have to have something next to me to get up.
Keith's wife had a knee replacement. The recovery was hard and the results, not great. Keith wanted another way.
I won't go under the knife because I believe the body can do whatever it needs to do to heal itself.
Surgery wasn't the answer. QC Kinetics was. They're regenerative treatments. No surgery, no long recovery.
After the first one, the inflammation dropped 90%. Today, my knees are just amazing. I could not do what I've done if I had not gotten treatments to QC Kinetics. I just pray that my physical model continues to go and help other people.
Maybe that's you. Tired of dealing with the joint pain? Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Professional Power Plays brought to you by Propane.
Okay, team, America's energy security is on thin ice. Overburdened electric grid, rising costs, severe weather. You could stick with the grid and ride it out, do nothing and hope the problems go away, or here's your power play. Propane. Affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You can just save yourself so much time by going, okay, we like this guy, this guy, this guy. Let's take a look at all the different things he did at the Combine. I just hit my phone, and now my hand is just tingling.
What is with you two today? Jesus. Do you know how to function?
I just like...
On 94.5 ESPN.
Josh DiMaggio here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. Summer has a way of making you want to feel good in your own skin again. Maybe it's pulling out the summer clothes, planning vacations, or just wanting more confidence and energy day to day. I knew it was finally time to do something for myself, not just talk about it. That's why I'm on that journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. I was ready for more than quick fixes. I wanted something that actually worked and lasted. I'm feeling lighter, more energized, and back to enjoying the foods I love while creating healthier habits. I'm sleeping better, feeling more confident, and noticing changes that keep me motivated. It's a doctor-developed, doctor-supervised program to help people lose weight safely and naturally keep it off. Some patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. This program is different. No intense workouts, prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, or counting calories or points. No drugs, surgeries, or injections. Just a proven metabolic reset. And for a limited time, get $200 off with the Milwaukee Weight Loss Summer Special. Book your free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com, or give them a call at 262-235-3980. Tell them that Homer and Josh sent you. Milwaukee Weight Loss.
We put on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors poll this morning. What will the Packers' record be if Micah Parsons misses 8 games to start the season? 5-3 or better, 4-4, 3-5 or worse. Gabe, did you ever weigh in on that? What do you think?
I like 5-3. 5-3. I'm with Josh. I think 5-3 is the goal there if Micah's out for those first 8 games.
Chewy gave us 4-4. The loyal listeners are very split on the YouTube stream. 38, 37, 25 respectively percentages. 38% 5-3 or better, 37% 4-4, 25 3-5 or worse. Meanwhile, over on the Twitter page, 4-4 is winning with 75% of the vote. Now, it is early, of course, and we can check back in tomorrow. But I do think it is something that the Packers are obviously navigating right now, is they want him to come back at 100%. We obviously know that there was a meniscus repair in there as well. That obviously prolongs, makes it more complicated than just your standard ACL repair. And we want Micah to be 100%. We don't want to force him back into action. But if it ends up being 8 games, I do think that is something the Packers have to address. It's just why my gut is go out and get somebody. And I know, Gabe, you're saying, well, what's the price? What are you willing to give up to go out and get somebody? I just don't want this to be a lost season just because they are still trying to, have a pass rush if Micah Parsons is out for what is essentially half the year. It feels like you could be, right? If you're 4-4, I know that you can turn things around, but that feels like a tough hill to climb for the second half of the season, Gabe.
4-4 is you can climb that out. That's easy. I mean, again, winning the division is tougher, but 4-4, you're fine.
Gabe,
halfway
there's some
through
tough games though. Gabe.
Yeah.
You got to play the Rams. You got to play the Bills. You got to play the Bears again. You got to play the Texans. And
they
you
made
play
the
Lions
playoffs 2 years in a row without Micah Parsons. Again, this roster should be good enough to be a playoff team and be set up for that. Micah is the difference. Yeah, but Micah is the difference between being that 7 seed and having the higher ceiling, right? So that's if they can't be in a position to make the playoffs without Micah, that is an organizational failure.
Wilde and Tausch will continue this conversation. They're up next on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.